From the makers of the famous Cyberboard, there's a new kit in town, the AM Compact Touch. So right away you can see that this keyboard has the 60% HKKB layout. Inspired by the DeLorean DMC-12, the aesthetics are pretty damn clean. The moment you take it out of the box, the design and weight is unlike anything I've ever felt. It's hefty, it's compact, and has some interesting quirks not found anywhere else. It also comes in a bunch of nice colorways to bring out the true beauty of this unique design, and I think each of the colors look really good. And surprisingly, this keyboard was made with the intention to rival the popular 65% sized keyboards. So this keyboard's got a full metal anodized aluminum frame with a separate front piece and back piece. The backside has a window for better Bluetooth latency, a recessed central USB-C port, and the option of having engraved text on the top, which is really cool. On the side, we can see that tall 10-degree typing angle, which is surprisingly comfortable to me despite the height, and this is what it looks like compared to a regular 6% typing angle. And on the bottom, we've got some rubber feet and a wireless charging pad that works perfectly with the Cybermat. But the main feature of this keyboard is the touchscreen at the front of the keyboard. This touchscreen is actually where your arrow keys lie. Whatever direction you swipe is the arrow key you press, and even if you hold the swipe in place, it simulates the long press of a button. So even if you're playing MapleStory or any kind of arrow key games, the motions of the movements are still very fluid as if you were using regular arrow keys. And even though they made this touchscreen with the intention of not needing to move your wrists to use the arrow keys, it still kind of looks silly and doesn't feel natural at all, especially for your right swipes. Anyways, moving to the keycaps, we've got some translucent cherry profile ABS keycaps with surface printed legends, so you can feel them and they will definitely disappear over time, but I do like the look of it and they feel pretty nice to type on. We also get the TTC crystal switches with the box stems, and they sound and feel surprisingly smooth even though they don't have factory lube. We also get clear screw-in stabilizers that are pretty good even though I don't see any lube on them. This keycap switch pairing is great because underneath we got a south-facing hot-swappable PCB with RGB lighting and PE foam layered on top for that clack. So let's listen to the sound test. Moving along, the teardown process is pretty similar to a tray mount. Using the provided T6 screwdriver, you only need to take out 6 screws. Once the screws are taken out, the chin just slides out, revealing the LED blocks on the left and right corner, and the header can be separated right away. With functions Z and X, you can change the colors and effects of these blockers, and these blockers are made for the Mech Love and Laser editions, which have cutouts for you to see the LEDs. The standard version though, just blocks it completely. Moving on to the mounting system, this keyboard has an adjustable leaf spring mount, which is why this keyboard has so much flex. This is the stock flex of the keyboard straight out of the box, and I compared to the Keychron Q boards, but it's even better. You get extra black and stainless steel springs which have different stiffness, and you can see that on these springs there's this black rubber knob. This thing holds up the spring to increase or decrease the flex, so you can actually move it to the next spot to make it even more flexible than it already is. So this keyboard is very flexible when it comes to customizability, pun intended. Lastly, you can see the plate foam under the plate, as well as the PCB foam at the bottom, along with all the cable strips connecting everything together. There are a lot of other cool features such as having the battery indicator using function P, having the caps lock LED at the top of the keyboard, and you can change the LED effects but not the colors themselves, which is really dumb in my opinion. And of course, there's Bluetooth connectivity where you can connect up to 3 devices at once using function Q, W, and E, and the latency is really impressive. And here are all the prices for this keyboard, and you can check the link in the description down below to see what you get for each kit because there's quite a few bundles. As for customizability, this keyboard uses the proprietary AM Master software. Unfortunately, I could not get it to work despite all the instructions Angry Miao gave me. It would just keep freezing up whenever I tried to upload my JSON file, which can be created through their DIY remapping page. Overall, this keyboard has impeccable quality, and I can really appreciate the work that went into designing this keyboard. But does it replace a 65% keyboard? I don't think so. It might replace a 64 key 60%, but this keyboard is still just a fancy, happy hacking keyboard with a unique touch bar, even though it's the first of its kind. But let me know what you guys think about the new AM Compact Touch. It's available now on Indiegogo as a group buy. Links to buy it is going to be in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.